Hello, Hari. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm fine. And you?
I'm also good. So, Hari, please tell me about yourself.
Myself, Haribhav Rao, sir. I'm completed graduation in BSc and last 1 year worked in an Archisoft solution and on HTML, CSS, CSS2, CSS3, JavaScript, TypeScript, SAS, Bootstrap 3, Bootstrap 4, and Angular and Angular 10 version.
So, how much of experience do you have on Angular?
I have Angular experience, sir, 6 months.
Okay. How much you rate yourself out of 5 in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript?
3, sir.
Okay, not bad. So, what is difference between HTML and HTML5?
Difference between HTML and HTML5, sir. HTML5 has a more semantic tag of old version of HTML, and semantic tag is like header, footer, section, canvas, SVG, and form. These are the more semantic tag in HTML5, and some API use HTML5 like a geolocation, fetch API, and web stories. This is the difference between HTML and HTML5.
And what are the difference between CSS and CSS3?
Yes, sir.
What are the difference between CSS and CSS3?
CSS and CSS3 is a difference, sir. CSS3 is a more supported to browser, and in that CSS selectors, box model, 2D transformation, 3D transformation, background, and various color. That's also this is the difference between CSS3 and CSS2.
What is box model?
Box model is every HTML element considered as a box. Box model having content, padding, margin, and border.
What is box sizing?
Box sizing is sir, calculate the element of calculate the width and height of the element of every HTML element, and that's by default value is a content box.
Okay. What is difference between content box and border box?
Content box having, sir, consist I mean include width, height, and border box. In border box, not included, sir, height and width.
Okay. What is box sizing?
Box sizing is calculate the width and height of HTML element.
Okay. Now tell me what is difference between content box and border box?
Content box. I'm confusing.
When the value of box sizing is content box, it will only consider content.
Yes.
To calculate height and width.
Yes, yes.
Right. And the value of box sizing is border box. It will consider padding, border, and content.
Yes.
To calculate height and width.
Yes.
Okay. What are the CSS selectors we have?
CSS selector we have, sir, 3 types: basic selector, relational selector, and pseudo selector.
Okay.
And basic selector we have 4 types: ID selector, class selector, tag selector, and user selector. And pseudo selector have the pseudo element selector and pseudo class selector. And relational selector in that sibling selector, next sibling, immediate selector, and child selector.
Okay. what is the difference between pseudo class and pseudo element selector?
Main difference in that, sir, pseudo class is define the particular state of the HTML element, and it represent by colon. Example of that, focus over active.
Okay.
And pseudo element selectors define the any state of that element, and it is represented by double colon, and its example of after before. First line, first letter. It is a difference between pseudo element and pseudo class selector, sir.
Okay. So what is difference between picture and image tag?
Picture and image tag. No, sir.
What is difference between figure and image tag?
Figure. No, sir. Sorry.
What are the CSS positions we have?
CSS position here, sir. 5 position. There are static, sticky, relative, absolute, and fixed.
Okay. What is sticky position?
Sticky position is a combination of fixed and relative.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Suppose I have two divs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And one is parent, one is children, and I want to center the children div horizontally and vertically. How can we achieve that?
Give the position of parent relative, and give the position of absolute child, and give the property of child top 15, left 15, and transform translate -50, -50.
Okay, 50, 50, 50. But what 50? Is there any unit?
Percent.
Percent. Right. So it should be top 50%
And
left
left.
50%.
Yes.
Okay, good. What is the precedence of CSS selector?
Sorry, sir.
What is the precedence of CSS selector?
Precedent of CSS selector, sir. ID selector is greater than class selector, and class selector is greater than tag selector.
Okay, very good. What is attribute?
Attributes is give the meta information about the HTML to browser.
Okay. Okay. What is difference between link and anchor tag?
Anchor tag is sir usable to one page to another, and link is used as a link like HTML element like a style link in.
Okay, link is used to basically attach external documents.
Yes.
In HTML page. Right. Okay. Can you give some new input types introduced in HTML5? Some example of new input types.
Input type like
Input type.
radio button like sir.
Redo it already present in HTML4.
Yes.
Right. There are some new input type which are introduced in HTML5.
Yes.
Right. Like input type date, input type email, input type time, input type telephone, input type color,
Yeah.
input type range. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the new tags for multimedia in HTML5?
Audio videos tag is sir.
Okay, audio video. Apart from audio video,
Um, no, sir.
Okay. There are basically 5 new tags, multimedia tags. Audio, to include audio content in HTML page, audio embed. Then we have video tag. Then we have embedded tag, source and track.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. What are the best audio and video formats to be used in HTML5?
Best audio format used in sir, MP3,
Hmm.
OGG, WAV, WAV, and video format is MP4,
Hmm.
OGG, WAV, WAV. These are used.
Okay. So, Hari, what are the data types we have in JavaScript?
There are two data types, sir, primitive data types and non-primitive data types. In primitive data types, hold the reference, and non-primitive data types hold the value. In primitive data types, number, string, boolean, undefined, and null, and non-primitive data type, object, array, and function.
Okay. What is difference between primitive and non-primitive?
Sir, sorry, I can't hear properly.
Okay. Sorry. What is difference between primitive and non-primitive?
Primitive data types holds a reference and non-primitive data types holds a value.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Primitive data type hold?
Primitive data type holds reference and non-primitive data type holds value. I think vice versa.
Okay. Please give me the example of primitive data type. What are the primitive data type?
Primitive data types are string, boolean, number, value, string, boolean, value, and null.
Okay, and this hold reference.
Reference, yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Primitive hold value, non-primitive hold reference. Okay. What is hoisting?
Hosting is the, sir, all the declaration of our scope gets shifted top of the scope is called as hosting.
Mhm. What is type portion?
Type portion is, sir, conversion of one data type to another data type is called as a type portion.
Okay. What is isNaN?
IsNaN is a function, sir. They have input any value to not a number request and no, sir. Sorry.
Okay. What is difference between slice and splice method?
In a slice method, sir, they have two parameter and both are mandatory. One is the start and second one is just end index, and slice method are actually slice method as input the negative argument, and in the slice mm, end index are not included, and in the splice method there are also two parameter. One is a start index and second one is a delete count, and in that new element involved in the any course of value and a negative negative. Sorry, sir, that's all.
Okay. What is the difference between equal to and strictly equal to?
Uh, equal to check the value and strictly equal to check the data types.
Okay. Strictly equal to check both value and data type.
Yes.
Okay. What is pure function?
Pure function is yes, sir, give the same output from the same input and do not depend upon external declaration is called as pure function.
Okay. Anything else?
I think some return
Yes, it should return something.
something.
Mhm. Okay. What is curry function?
Currying function is a process taking multiple arguments and it returns to a sequence of single arguments that is a currying function.
Okay. Can you write the example for curry function?
Yes, sir. Can you share, sir?
Yes, yes, please. Sorry, please share your screen.
Okay, okay, sir. That's
Okay. Okay, please run the browser. Please run the Chrome browser. it is showing 1 to 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
No, sir. Something is wrong, I think. Something's wrong, I think.
I think this is not the example of currying function.
Yes, sir.
What is currying function?
Currying function is the process taking the some taking multiple arguments and
Mhm.
it returns to a sequence of a function uh, in a single argument. That is a currying function, sir.
Okay, and is this the correct example?
Correct, sir.
This function is an example of currying function.
Yeah.
Okay. What is lexical scope?
Lexical scope, sir. A scope is equal to parent. It's called as a lexical scope.
Okay. What is closure?
Closure is, sir, scope with parent is called as closure.
Yes.
A lexical scope with parent is called as a a function with lexical scope is called as a closure.
Okay. Can you write the example of closure?
Oh, sir, I can't, sorry.
What is higher order function?
Higher order function is a function which pass a function which accept the argument of other function is called as higher order function.
Okay. And what is callback function?
Callback function is, sir, a function which pass the argument of other function is called as callback function.
What is arrow function?
Arrow function is a syntax of a simple way to write.
Sorry. Okay. So is there any limitation to use arrow function?
Yes, sir. Limitation user in this in that arrow function this keyword. So it will be output window
Window object.
object. Yes.
What are the new features we have in ES6?
ES6. Hello.
Yes, ES6. New
Uh,
features in ES6.
yes, sir. In ES6, late constant array function, rest function, spread operator, promise classes and modules. These are the main new features of ES6.
What is rest and spread?
No, sir, sorry.
Okay. What is destructuring of object?
No, sir. I don't.
What is difference between let, constant, and variable?
Late constant variable differences, sir. There are three difference when late in late create a variables. Late can't create a local scope and variable can't create a local scope and late constant create a local scope and variable can redeclare and reassign and late only reassign and constant cannot redeclare and reassign. And third one difference is the hosting. In a variable, hosting is possible and get property undefined value. And late hosting is also possible, but can't access initialization. And in constant also hosting is possible, but can't initialization before initialization. This is the difference between late, constant, and var.
Okay. What is web storages?
Sorry, sir.
What is web storages?
Web storage APIs gives the HTML5, and they have two types in web storages: local storage and session storage. Local storage is a data save every year, and in a session storage, if we session close, the data will be automatically deleted, and this is the difference between this is a web storage.
What is difference between local and session storage?
Sorry, sir, I can't.
What is difference between local and session storage?
Local and session storage. In a local storage, sir, data save everywhere, and in a session storage not save data. And local storage, in session storage, session is closed, then data will be automatically deleted.
Okay. And in local storage?
In local storage, data will be saved, sir, everywhere.
Okay. It will be not removed.
Sir, voice is not clear.
Okay. 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 That's okay. What is promises?
Promises is a JavaScript object and gives the some value of feature.
Okay. How to create promise?
And they have three state, sorry, four state: pending, fulfill, and reject. Sorry, pending, fulfill, and
Okay. How to create promise?
yes, sir.
How to create promise?
Sorry, sir, I can't remember.
Okay. What is promise chaining?
Handling multiple tasks of asynchronous by using promise chain.
Okay. What is Ajax?
Ajax is allows the. No, so sorry.
Have you worked on Fetch API?
Yes, sir.
What is Fetch API?
Fetch API is a modern interface, and it use get data for server, and sending request HTTP to server to browser is called as a Fetch API.
Suppose I have one API link.
Yes.
Can you write the code for fetching data from that API?
Yes,
I have passed a link in a chat section.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you called then 2 times?
Because when I fetch API call, then this this some method here applying, then after create one another promise, and that's why here then method also called confusion.
Okay, okay, that's. Please check the result in browser. That code is okay, I think. Right.
Yes, sir.
Please go to the browser. Okay. It is saying that something is not defined at line number 15.
Yes.
So there must be error at line number
Line
15.
number 50. Yes. Yeah, I think, equal to-
Okay. Now change the code of line number 17. Console. You have to console it.
so, here also it is.
Please save the file. Then now check. Yes, your is not defined. Please check spelling of base URL. U is capital. And at line number 17, you have to console response.
Hmm.
Line number 17, row.
Yes, sir. Here, sir, also console.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, leave it. I have passed a code in chat section. Please copy that in your editor. Okay. First of all, comment that code. H1. Okay. So what will be the output at line number 26?
Uh, 44, sir.
44. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please check in browser. There is some error in that line number 17. There is save file. You don't have saved.
Output is none, sir. Hello.
Okay. I have passed one statement. Please copy that statement in your code. Okay. What will be the output of this statement?
Here also none, sir.
Please write the code. Please write output.
Here also, sir, none output.
Sorry,
None.
null.
Hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please console it. One one 1011. Right? What happened here? The first 11 and second 11 are get concat.
Yes, in the
So
string.
there is 1111. Then string 1111 minus true. Both will be get converted into number. So it become 1110. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
I have passed array in chat section. Please copy that array. Okay, there is something wrong. Hello. Hello, Hari.
Yes, sir.
Yes, copy the array.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is an array of frogs, right?
Yes, sir.
And I want a new array.
Hmm.
But in that array, the array of frogs whose gender is male and whose age is greater than 5.
Yes, sir.
I want a new array
Yes, sir.
of frogs whose gender is male
Male
and whose age is greater than
5.
5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please console it. I think there is some error at line number 134. CL is not defined. You have commented the CL.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, very good. Sorry, I have done for my side. Do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Hari. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, sir.